Hello, hello, hello. So happy to have you with us. Thanks for listening. And, I will be putting some things up on the screen. So thanks for watching. And of course, thank you for commenting, liking the video in advance, and subscribing. I really appreciate all of your comments and I really appreciate you subscribing. So thanks to all the new subscribers as well as the ones who've been here. So I come back with a bit of sad news. This is part 2 of the Tayshia Jpj breakup. And we're going to be talking about this again because it is a bit sad. It's a bit sad because what seems so promising when I had my first video on them about the update, that was just 3 weeks after the finale. And here we are, 6 weeks later, they've broken up. It's so sad for those who were rooting for them, for those who wanted to see more good news come out of their camp. It's sad because now this dream of hearing those good reports is over. And it's sad because it seemed like a couple that was so promising, who had overcome the odds of, surviving Bachelor in Paradise by leaving separately because they didn't leave together. And then being able to reunite 2 weeks later in Maryland and getting a go at it. It just didn't work out. So it's kind of, it's sad for those who are rooting for them and who thought they were a cute couple. So not going to do so much of a large backtrack because I have 2 videos already up and you can look at those videos and kind of get a little bit more of a gist of what has been going on. But in my last video, I did cover, the statement, part of the statement that Tayshia released on Instagram, and I'm going to go ahead and insert it here so you can see it. But from the statement, she talked about the distance, and in my last video, as you noted, I didn't understand why distance was being used as a reason when he literally had just reported or commented in another interview with another magazine 2 weeks prior that he was moving out to California to be with her. And she lives in Orange County. He's in Maryland. He said he was moving out there to be close to his girlfriend and to explore those opportunities that came to him through acting. And he also had found an agent actually found him. And so he described it as killing 2 birds with 1 stone. He's going to be closer to his boo, Tayshia, and he, I don't know where that came from. And he's also going to be pursuing his career. So in my first video about this couple, and you can check out the playlist, I mentioned that. And I mentioned the fact that this was really, I think, a good move for both of them if they were really serious about being together. And even in a previous interview, you see Tayshia is talking about how they're going to give it a go. They're going to test drive it, she said. And for me, I don't know, maybe that was just not the right word choice. I feel like if you are going into the relationship with that sort of mentality, then yeah, it's bound to you're bound to have a breakup because it doesn't seem like you're that committed. Now, yeah, of course, they're just dating. This is just boyfriend girlfriend situation. But if she was really looking for someone to, the term settle down with, then you would kind of come into a relationship with more surety and knowing that I'm not test driving this. This is someone I'm committed to because we are on that track for marriage. But again, she is a divorcee, so maybe that's just not where her mindset is. However, I do feel like JPJ's mindset was there. If you look back at Bachelor in Paradise and the videos I have on this on my channel, just even watch the season over, you'll see him commenting so many times that he could see Tayshia as being the woman he would be with for the rest of his life. He saw everything he wanted in her, and he was ready to make that commitment. And for those who are like, oh, he's young, he's the, blah, blah, blah. Look, you could be young and still be commitment minded. You could be young and still desire marriage and want to be committed to a woman and one woman. And that's who he was and who he is. And so I believe the breakup's coming on her side. And I have a few reasons why I think this is the case. Well, one, we can throw the distance out of the window. That's a cover because number one, under number one, he moved out there. He moved out to California. So that was like problem solved. No reason to talk about distance. He said he was like an hour and a half away from her in terms of a drive. So that's really much less than a 5-hour flight clear across the country of the United States where they are living and where they're from. So I just think we need to keep that in mind. But I think she couldn't see herself with this guy who literally is taking a huge risk. Now, this could be actually insight into her. Maybe she was thinking or looking for someone to settle down with, but her words don't match her actions. So, and I'll talk about that a little later, but so that's the first reason I'd like to talk about. There's more to uncover here. I believe this is turning into a 3-parter, so please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for part 3. There are a few other things that I definitely want to talk about, and I'd love to hear your comments down below. And thanks for subscribing, and thanks for listening and watching, and we're gonna get into more of the nitty-gritty in part 3. So thanks again. Bye.